Here I am in Bangkok, Thailand, and there you are. Ready now? Let's live in Thailand. In this final video of our series, I'll cover important things that dropped along the way. In Thailand, they say I'll get tok. I'll cover the visas you don't apply for through immigration. I'll show you how to do immigration procedures you need to do regularly, and I'll teach you the right way to sign documents. I'll show you how to get telephone, internet, and utilities, and then I'll finish up by having some fun with Thai nicknames. Stay to the end to say farewell, for now, to Nieow, the Thai genie in a jar. Let's live in Thailand. Way back in week 2, I introduced you to all the visas you can apply for at the Immigration Department. There are special visas you apply for through 2 other government departments, the Board of Investment, or BOI, and the Tourism Authority of Thailand, or TAT. The BOI has 2 well-established visa programs, the SMART visa and the Long-Term Resident, or LTR visa. The long-term resident visa is long-term, but it's not a resident visa. It's a 10-year non-immigrant visa designed for those with high incomes and plenty of assets, and for professionals and experts working in targeted industries or in the Thai government. You can find all the details of both the SMART and LTR programs on the BOI website. But briefly, you qualify for an LTR visa if you have $1 million in personal assets, including at least $500,000 invested in Thailand. That's US dollars, not Thai baht. Plus, you need an income of at least 80,000 US dollars a year. Working professionals need to meet the income requirement, but not the asset or investment requirement. Foreign experts working for the Thai government are exempt from income and asset requirements. The LTR application fee is 50,000 baht. There are oodles of other requirements and restrictions, so you need to spend time on the LTR website to understand if this visa is really right for you. If it is, you register and submit your information online at the LTR website, then complete the final steps on the e-visa portal. The BOI's SMART visa program is more popular. There are 5 types of SMART visa: a visa for professionals, for investors, for executives, for entrepreneurs, and for spouses of SMART visa holders. The SMART visa website has complete details for the requirements of each of the 5 flavors of visa. You can apply to stay for up to 4 years with a fee of 10,000 baht per year for which you apply. To qualify for a SMART visa, professionals and executives must have a work contract of at least a year duration with a minimum salary of 100,000 baht per month. Investors must invest at least 20 million baht in an industry targeted by the BOI. Entrepreneurs place a security deposit of 600,000 baht and set up a company in a targeted industry within 1 year. The application process begins on the SMART visa website, then completes via the e-visa portal. The Tourism Authority of Thailand celebrated the 20th anniversary of its Elite Visa program in 2023. Yay! The Elite Visa has been wildly successful, offering 5, 10, and 20-year long-term visas. Between 2019 and 2023 alone, the Elite program issued almost 24,000 new visas. Perhaps because of its success, in 2023, TAT replaced the original program with Thailand Elite Privilege. Wow. Visas in the new program are at least 50% more expensive than the original program, and the top-tier 20-year visa is now available by invitation only. You can still apply for 5, 10, and 15-year privilege visas without an invitation. The application fee ranges from 900,000 to 2.5 million baht, but there are no income or asset requirements, including no visa guarantee bank deposit. Look at the details and apply via the Thailand Privilege website or with an agent listed there. The program's customer service is very helpful if you want to apply on your own. Also, be aware that agents are not allowed to charge you for their services to assist you in applying. Okay, so you already have a visa. Let's move on. Way back in week 2, you learned that every visa requires you to report your address to immigration every 90 days. This 90-day report can be done in person, online, and even by mail in some immigration districts. It's your responsibility to keep track of your 90-day deadlines, so keep a calendar or set a reminder on your phone. Do your first report in person by bringing your passport and a filled-in TM47 form to your local immigration office. It takes less than an hour to do, faster if you go late in the day, say 3 o'clock. When you're done, you get a receipt for your passport telling you when your next 90-day report is due. Mark that date in your calendar. If you enjoy doing your report in person, return to the immigration office with your passport and receipt no more than 15 days before and no more than 7 days after the date on your receipt. If you have a new address, also bring a TM47 form. Some offices may require a TM47 form every time you visit. Although I do like the folks at my local immigration office, I do my 90-day report online. Here's a link to instructions from the government on how to do your report online. Once you've registered and have a username and password, it takes less than a minute to submit your information. Almost immediately, you get an email back confirming they got your application.
You've got
A couple
mail.
of days later, immigration emails you a PDF receipt to print out and put in your passport. In some immigration regions, you can even do your report by registered mail. Not every region accepts reports by mail. You'll need to check specific local requirements. Here's a link for Bangkok's 90-day report by mail procedure. Overstay violations happen if you make your 90-day report late. The date of expiration of your visa makes no difference. You'll be fined when you finally get around to doing your report. Or if you try to leave the country without doing the report, you'll be fined with higher penalties and you can be barred from returning to Thailand for some period. Well, that's the address report. Or is it? In week 2, you learned about the other address report, the TM30. You have to do a TM30 address report within 24 hours each time you arrive in Thailand. This report can be done in person or online. Because of the 24-hour time limit, it's most convenient to do the TM30 report online. Just go to the website here, register, and follow the directions. To save time, have in hand all the information and documents asked for on the paper TM30 form. Scan all the documents before you start your online report. Here's a guide from the Immigration Department explaining the procedure. If you want to do your TM30 report in person, fill out a TM30 form and take it to your local immigration office with your passport and your lease or your deed. If you're a renter, don't count on your landlord doing the TM30 except when you first move in. There's really no way for your landlord to know when you come and go, and you can't rely on their being available to do the report within 24 hours of your arrival. Although technically any penalty for not reporting belongs to the landlord, you'll pay a price by being prevented from doing visa renewals, re-entry permits, and other immigration procedures. With all the paperwork you'll do in Thailand, you will be signing lots of copies. Get in the habit of signing in the standard Thai way. Signatures are always made in blue ink to make it easier to differentiate between originals and copies. Copies that you submit to government or businesses, like copies of your passport or work permit, all need to be signed in blue ink. For your own protection, you should sign on an image portion of the copy, not a blank area. Above your signature, write true copy and the purpose of the copy, like this. This prevents signed documents from being used for other purposes should they fall into the wrong hands. One place you'll be signing lots of documents is when applying for services like telephone and internet. So let's see how to do that. Before you leave your home country, find out whether your mobile phone is locked to your carrier. If it's locked to your carrier, that means it won't work with a SIM card from any other carrier. On an iPhone, you can check yourself if your phone's locked or not. For other brands, you'll have to ask your carrier if your phone is locked. Only your carrier can safely unlock your phone, so get your phone unlocked before you come to Thailand. You may have heard there are telephone shops in Thailand that can unlock some models and some carriers. It's not a sure thing, and when it's done, you lose all your phone's data. Instead, if you forgot to unlock your phone at home, use moving to Thailand as a great excuse to buy a new unlocked phone. All major brands are here at fair prices. If you want a budget phone, you can even spend as little as 900 baht for one that makes phone calls. If your phone has eSIM capability, you can have two numbers on one phone. I have both a Thai and overseas number on my phone. Why? In week 4 on Money, you discovered that you may need to keep your home country mobile number for your home country banking security. Watch week 4's video to learn more about that. Anyway, whether you choose to use your old phone or buy a new one, getting service in Thailand is as easy as buying a SIM. When you buy a physical SIM card, the Thai government requires you to register in person with your passport. eSIMs can be bought online. Here are websites for the major carriers. You might even be able to buy your Thai eSIM before you arrive in Thailand. Visit the websites of each of the major carriers to find out how to do it. My experience is that DTAC has the most expat-friendly website. Many web pages from other carriers are mostly in Thai. If your phone needs a physical SIM, you can buy your first Thai SIM at any of the booths located at the international airports when you arrive. There are booths in baggage claim and more after you pass through customs inspection. If you forget to buy one at the airport, don't worry. Telephone shops selling SIMs are everywhere. But what kind of service to get? When you first move to Thailand, start by using a prepaid service. Prepaid plans are economical and easy to top up via an app. After you've settled in, you can migrate your prepaid number to a monthly postpaid plan. Many expats never migrate. Prepaid plans are convenient and flexible. If you do want to sign up for a postpaid plan, you'll need your passport, visa, and a deed or rental contract. Some carriers require that you have a work permit. The most complicated thing about getting postpaid mobile phone service in Thailand will be making up your mind which service to select. Review all the options carefully before you decide. Try to match your plan to your calling and data use. Thai people buy plans with few call minutes and more internet data. Just about everyone makes calls and sends texts using the Naver Line app, which I introduced to you in week 10. So you may want to do the same. Whichever Thai phone company you choose, you will probably have some internet included. After you're settled in, maybe you'll want some broadband service at home. I say after you've settled in because most internet companies here require expats to pay for a whole year of internet service at a time.
Wow.
Even when they do offer monthly plans, you often get 1 to 2 months free or free installation when you pay a whole year in advance. I like free stuff, don't you? Another option, instead of the fixed line broadband you're used to, use cellular data. Coverage in Thailand is great and data is cheap. You can set up a personal hotspot on your phone or get a cellular portable 5G compatible Wi-Fi hotspot. Yes, Thailand has 5G in most areas.
Yay!
Once you're ready for a long-term commitment, oh no, my love, I wasn't talking to you, so sorry, but I will be in touch though. When you're ready for broadband, 1 gigabit per second fiber is standard, with prices starting at 500 baht a month. If you live in a very rural area, the government phone company TOT offers ADSL service on a landline. Mobile phone providers are now getting into the internet business too. AIS offers fiber connections in limited urban areas, and DTAC offers router service via their cellular network. In addition to the big providers, most provinces have local resellers providing internet service. These services can be very good, I use one, or they can be very bad. Ask your neighbors what they use. When you order your internet, you can usually get internet TV and a host of other add-ons at the same time. So shop around. Special offers are worth looking at. Visit websites to see what's available. Find offices for the providers at your local shopping center or search the web for a location near you. To apply for internet, bring your passport and visa and a copy of your rental contract or deed. If you have a work permit, you can sometimes avoid the 1-year prepayment. Installation is fast. Sometimes there's a charge. Sometimes it's thrown in with your 1-year contract. If we could just live off of telephone and internet, but alas, there's also electricity and water. Let's get those now. In Bangkok, Nonthaburi, and Samut Prakan provinces, electricity comes from the Metropolitan Electricity Authority, or MEA. Everywhere else, power is provided by the Provincial Electricity Authority, or PEA. To apply for service, go to the website for the company that serves your area and follow the instructions. Water service is likewise supplied by 2 government companies. You guessed it, the Metropolitan Water Authority in Bangkok, Nonthaburi, and Samut Prakan provinces, and the Provincial Water Authority everywhere else. Like with electricity, go to the website for the area and follow the instructions to order service. If you own a condominium or if you rent, electricity and water might be charged by the building or be in the landlord's name, so you won't have to sign up with the relevant authority. Ask your condominium office or landlord. Enough business and paperwork. Let's spend some time on something more fun before we say goodbye. You probably noticed that Thai people's family names can be really long. Even Thai people have a good chuckle at how long and difficult Thai names can be. This primary student's name is Chenchira Lertatana Sopa Pibunchai Sirirat Sirikun Gaksurya Karnanamon Hengchat Pitak Paisang. If you don't believe me, you can read it yourself. It's embroidered right there on her uniform. Ultimately, the name was revealed to be a joke, but it had long legs on the internet because it's quite believable. Why? Because here is the full name of Bangkok written in Thai. Forgive me if I don't read it to you. It has been made into a song though, so you can listen to it here. What's going on? Well, for Bangkok's Thai name, there are a lot of royal titles and honorifics added since it's the seat of the monarchy. With people's names, though, there is history. Thai people used only first names in the past, made from a string of auspicious syllables, often from Sanskrit or Pali languages used at the temples. As you can imagine, in populated areas, names kept getting longer and longer to avoid duplication. These long names were impractical to use on a daily basis, so parents gave their children the nicknames Chulen, that we find so entertaining. In 1913, the Thai Nationality Act first required Thai people to have a surname. When people created their new surnames, Namsakun, they used the same naming system, so surnames got long. It got so out of hand that by 1962, the government passed a law limiting the length of new Thai surnames to a maximum of 10 consonants. But Thai names still aren't easy. Oh, and did you know that a Thai person's nickname isn't permanent? Thais use different nicknames in different situations. With family, they use the nickname given to them by their parents. They have another nickname given by school friends, and some choose a new nickname when they leave home and go out on their own. Keep in mind, a Thai nickname is a sound, not a meaning. Even though an expat might not want to be called Pig, you'll find lots of Thai people with the nickname that means pig, Moo. Shouldn't you be a cow? You might get a giggle at your Thai friends named Poo or Prick, but if your name is Jim, you can be sure your Thai friends are bewildered as to why your parents named you after a woman's private parts. That wraps up my series, Let's Live in Thailand. It's my hope that after these 12 weeks together, I've left you with an idea of whether our paradise is a place you would like to come and live. I've tried to give you some of the tools you'll need to make the move if you've decided Thailand is the right place for you. If you liked this series, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel to be notified when I post my next series about living in Thailand. Now, it's time to say goodbye to Nieow, the Thai genie in a jar. Nieow, you ban mai? Yes, that Vlad really knows how to party. I had a lot of fun with him last week. Me too. I thought he was going to throw the waiter in the pool. Yes, this is the last week. I really want to thank you for all the help you've given these past 12 weeks. What are you going to do with all your free time? Visit your parents? See, I told you Thai people respected their parents. And when was the last time you went to see your parents? 100 years ago? Why so long? Oh, they're yucky and they live far south. What do you mean they're yuck? Oh, they're yuck. You mean they're giants. Well, what do they do down south? They stand guard in front of a temple. Well, that's really fascinating. How about I go down with you? You don't think that's a good idea? Why not? Oh, you think they're going to think we're boyfriends. No, that's not it. Yes, I remember telling everybody out there that Thai people often bring snacks when they go visit their elders. You mean they're going to think you brought me as a snack? Oh, I think you go on your own. You just let me know when you're ready to go to the airport. For now, why don't you just say bye-bye to everybody? My name is Yai, and I love living in Thailand. I hope after this series, you will too. Sawadee krap. I would be a good snack though, just sweet enough and not too much saturated fat.